The hollows in this lace rock make a good reservoir in which to keep sinking pellets for these live bearers. These Poecilia are enjoying fluvial bug bites. It's the vegetarian type with, I believe it has spirulina in it. They're green, so mollies and guppies really enjoy them. I've been worried about my Ancistrus. When I did a water change into 120 about a week ago, he had wedged himself in a crevice in a large piece of driftwood, and I was afraid he might be stuck in there. But he wasn't stinking and didn't seem desiccated at all, so I just simply put the driftwood back in the tank. Then I saw him again actually swimming in the tank, hiding amongst the driftwood. So I saw that he had survived, but I haven't seen him come out to get food out of the vase until tonight. Now, what I have in there is not his favorite food. I saw him go in and check it out and then come right back out. So I put what I do believe is the favorite food of his that I have, fluvial bug bites, in there. And I've turned on the light hoping that it won't scare him back into hiding. So I'm going to turn it back out and hopefully he'll go in and get some sustenance. It's good to see that he's doing alright. Surprisingly, since feeding him some fluvial bug bites, my Ancistrus seems quite content to hide under this plastic plant leaf. So I'm seeing him a lot more since he spent several weeks in hiding. I guess he feels secure there. He thinks no one can see him. But it's nice to see that he's apparently healthy and happy. Here's a look at my potting soil tank. I've gone ahead and added my dwarf Sagittaria to the substrate, although I've read that potting soil does best for rooted plants after it's been submerged for 6 weeks, and I've only had this set up for a few weeks. I do believe that the dwarf Sagittaria will do much better here than it was doing in the 75 gallon where I have fluorite mixed with the gravel with some root tabs, and I add Thrive liquid fertilizer weekly to the tank. The Anubias and the Java fern are doing quite well in that tank, but I haven't had the dwarf Sagittaria or the jungle Vallicinera do very well in that tank. And I think part of the reason was because these two species tend to exude allelochemicals that are harmful to each other. So I decided to put the dwarf Sag in this tank, and hopefully the potting soil will help it along. I'll give you a close-up of that if it doesn't blur out here. 3 plants. Hopefully they'll thrive and put out runners. And several water wisteria, small plants that I had left over. And recently I've added water sprite. I'll cut a lot of dead leaves off of it. It may have some melting here initially, but hopefully it'll do well. And I went ahead and put about half a dozen young male guppies in this tank, and they're right happy in this tank. I didn't want to put female guppies in here because the resulting fry would necessitate so much agitation that wouldn't be good for the plants. Catching them and removing them to safety. I hate to leave them in the tank where they may be devoured. So I decided to just make this a show tank for male guppies.